This is a demonstration on how to register with the International Yacht Training new system and receive your 6-digit student number. So the first thing you do is go to www.IYTNET.com, okay, where you'll see this screen here, and you select register. Okay, so the first step is your membership type. It defaults to student, so as we're registering as a student, we'll just leave it as is. Select next. Here's where we require your information. All this information is important because it will be on your certification cards. So we're going to be entering your name, address, email, and we're going to also need some identification from you. So enter your name. And we're just doing a make-believe one here. And then you need to have a unique email address. This email address cannot be used by anybody else in the system. And if you don't have one, it's very easy to get free ones from things like Gmail or Hotmail or that type of thing. So nobody can share emails, not even if you're in the same family. This email is it's going to be direct to just yourself. Okay? Select a password. And then asks you to do it again. It'll tell you if you didn't type the same thing in twice, and just make sure you remember your password. There are little help icons here if you need to as you're going down the list. Okay, select next, and this is where you need to enter your address information. So the first thing you'll do is you'll select your country, okay, which in this case we're going to pick Australia. Once you select your country, you're going to have your state or territory drop down. You're going to have things to choose, okay, based on where you live. You're then going to enter your address. There's 2 lines for address. Okay, so enter that if you have any kind of an apartment. Okay. Enter any postal code or zip code that you'll have. Enter the city that you are in. And your telephone number. Okay. Fax number as well if applicable. So filling all your information in here. This is your mailing address. This is very important because if you are getting an international certificate of competency, you must have your address on the card. Plus this is where we will be sending your certificates if they're being shipped directly to you. Hit the next button. This part here is your additional details, which the most important one at the top is the photo for your certification cards. Okay, the little drop down here which explains that. It gives you some instructions that suggest not to wear sunglasses. Make sure it's adequate light, not shadows. It should be something much like a passport photo, and the one thing that's at the bottom here is you must edit your photo to make sure that the face fits properly into the window that you'll be on your certification card. So here you just hit the drop down to upload profile image. You'll get the rest of this information here, and you'll choose the file that you're going to be uploading. That's going to cause a window on your computer to open up. I've got it already here. And you can select a picture. It can have other objects in the picture because you're going to have to crop it anyway. So to crop it and make sure that it shows up properly on your certification card, you're going to hit Edit. That'll open up a window which will allow you to zoom in right on the part that you want on the card. You'll also see on here that you have other options in case you need to rotate the image, or effects will allow you to lighten it or darken the photo so it's better quality. Okay, so on the crop image, it's going to make a crop window which you can size so it's just clear of the top of your head and then just clear of your chin. Okay, it's set to a certain type of square. Okay, so you can't make it skinnier or taller. It's simply going to open bigger or smaller. Once you're done, you'll press Save and Close, and you'll see on your user page there that'll be the adjusted photograph. Okay, moving down the list here, we need to know your gender, and on here we're going to need to know your country of birth. We'll make up something for Bruce here. We require some type of government identification to prove that it's you. This is critical if you're getting a professional certification or an ICC. So just enter the number there, and then we're going to need to see a photograph of your government issued ID. This will work much the same as your first picture there. Okay, say upload profile image. You'll choose the file. We have a sample one here of a passport. So it can be a passport, it can be a driver's license, or some other type of government issued card with your photograph on it, just so that we have verification of who you are. In here too, if you want to edit it to crop it down into size, if you've got other things in the photo to make it neater, you can do that as well. And this works quite well just by taking a photograph with your cell phone and uploading it this way. We need to have a record of the expiry date of your government ID. So if it's a passport, we need to know when it expires. Okay, just so our system can request an update if you are going to be revalidating your certificates. We need to know where this photo ID has come from. Okay, and then the last part here is very important. We need to know your date of birth. Your date of birth will appear on your various certificates, and we need to keep track of that for certain professional and commercial certificates to ensure that you're adequate age. Once you're done this part, you'll press next, and it takes you to the final part of the registration where you're going to accept the terms and conditions. You can click on that and view that in a different window if you like. They're just standard ones which indicate that we're not going to share your information with anyone, and everything here resides on a certified secured server which has been independently audited for security. Enter this CAPTCHA code here. This makes sure that you are not some kind of a web bot. It is case sensitive, so if it's in capital letters, do it in capital letters, and vice versa. And the final step here is to register. When you register, it's going to send you an email to the email address you entered in the first step. As well, it will assign you here immediately if you are successful. It will tell you that you were successful in registering. It will give you your number immediately. So it just takes a moment for it to enter the system. Okay, you can see on the browser that it's working, and there we go. Thank you, Bruce Test Student. Your student ID number is right here. So make sure you write down this number. This is going to be very important. You're going to need to give that to your school, your instructor, and that's going to be what ties you to all of your certificates. So that is the demonstration on how to register as a student in the International Yacht Training's new system for certifications.